Hi, it's Aaron, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to send broadcast messages to everybody on your list using Aweber. Okay, now first I need to explain the reason why you would send out a broadcast message is if you wanted everybody on your list to get a message that's not in your follow-up messages. Okay, so remember that up to this point I was teaching you how to set up different follow-up messages inside of your autoresponders. So, for example, in this autoresponder series, I have about 31 emails. Okay, a lot of them will go out one day after each other, and then maybe after about the 19th email, it starts to be every 2 days, and then it decreases to every 3 days. Okay, but if I wanted to send another message, okay, besides the ones that are going out automatically, you would need to do what is called a broadcast. Okay, so if you go up to messages, you go down to broadcast, alright? Just click on that. It's very simple. Make sure you choose the right list you want to send from. Alright, and then these are all the different broadcast messages that I have sent. Now, when would you send out a broadcast message? Alright, well, there are a couple of times when you would send it out. You would send out a broadcast message every time you've written a blog post. Okay, so let's say you've written a blog post on whatever it is. You definitely want to promote it to your list, because what that does is it lets them know that you're an active marketer, okay? And you can keep them involved in your activities and your life, which is very important. So for example, let's just say it's a Thursday today. I write a blog post about how to network or generate leads using LinkedIn, for example, right? I want to add a little bit of my story in there and make sure that my list knows that I am a current marketer, right? That this is not just all automated. I want to let them know that I am active. So I might put in something like, oh, hey guys, I hope you're having a good day. I'm about to go away for the weekend for 5 days. I'm going to the islands just to have a bit of rest and relax. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, but before you do, here's a little something that I just wrote on my blog. It's going to teach you how to generate 20 leads a day on LinkedIn. Enjoy, and I'll catch you when I get back next week on Monday. Something like that, right? And by doing that, it just, again, it lets them know that you're currently active, and that it involves them in what you're doing in your life, especially if you're going on vacation. Again, that just positions you even more as a leader, and it positions the lifestyle and that sort of thing, and it just attracts more people towards you. Okay? So another reason why you would broadcast a message is maybe if you're doing webinars, a live webinar, you want to inform everybody that you're having a webinar. That's when you would do a broadcast. If you wanted to, let's just say you bought an affiliate product today and you wanted to market it tomorrow to your entire list. Let's just say you had 5,000 people on your list. You want some of them to buy that affiliate product. That's when you could make a broadcast message as well. So it's very versatile. I highly recommend that you use it. Okay, so all I would do is click on create broadcast message. Pretty simple, and all you do is you just create your message. So remember to put in a title that's attractive. It's all about getting clicks, okay? And the only thing that people see when they receive your emails is your title, your subject. So make sure it's catchy. So let's just say I wrote a blog article, for example, right? And I wanted people to read the blog article. I would put in something like, and this is something I already did, how to infiltrate. Let me see. I'm not sure if I put it there. How to infiltrate. There, yeah, this is something I already wrote. How to infiltrate LinkedIn to sponsor white collar leads. That's a pretty attractive marketing title. Hey, open brackets, exclamation mark, first name underscore fix, right? You should be very familiar with that piece of code by now. Here is a way to infiltrate to get more leads using another social network, and here is a way to get more leads using another social network, and how to sponsor six-figure professionals into your business. Okay, and then I would leave the link. So whatever it is, let's just say it's called LinkedIn Secrets, exclamation mark. Again, remember, you want to highlight that because you want them to click on it, right? Click on that globe and the metal chain thing. Again, you should be very familiar with this by now. Put in the exact URL of wherever you want them to go. So whether that's your blog article or the webinar sign up page or the affiliate product capture page, it depends on what it is. So let's just say it's my blog. It might be aaronchanonline.com/how to LinkedIn. I'm just, for example, okay? There's no such link, but click in a new window, insert the link, okay? And then I would say something like take care, or enjoy, warm regards, something like that, right? Regards, and then that little piece of code, exclamation mark, signature, close brackets, and then you're done. Once you're done something like that, all you need to do is go down to the bottom. Make sure you include all the lists that you want to include, because you might have a lot of different lists inside of Aweber. All right, you might not have this right now, but eventually you're going to start to have a lot of different lists, and you want to include or exclude whichever ones you want. Just go right to the bottom and then save the message. Okay, it's going to save, and then when you're ready, because this is not a real link, I'm just going to delete that for this example right here. Okay, I'm going to save the message. Oops, ignore, save. Okay, and once it loads up, it will allow you to blast it. It will allow you to queue. So all I would do here is, if I want to send it out to everyone on my list, I would click queue, I would hit yes, and that's just going to be broadcasted to everybody on my list. Okay, but because I don't want to do that right now, I'm not going to do that. Alright, and that's how you broadcast messages to your list. Remember, you can do this as often or as little as you want. I would recommend doing it as regularly as you can, especially if you have good things to share, if you're constantly writing good blogs and you have affiliate products to market. It's a good way to keep in touch with your list. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. See you in the next video.